Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of Appli Action Series 08 Globemon from Digimon Universe Appli Monsters, or Appmon. So we are now getting to what is essentially the ultimate forms in the series, and as per usual with my Digimon reviews, I'm actually not to this point in the series, although I was catching up today. When I was building this figure, I was catching up, so maybe by the next batch of Digimon figures I'll be caught up. But I'm aware of who he is and what he is, and everywhere I look says Globemon, which makes sense. There's a couple places that romanize it as Globemon, which just comes off as weird. But anyway, I'm not going to pick up the box and completely go over it, but as you can see, it has that really neat artwork on there that make it feel difficult to throw it away. But anyway, here it is. As you can pretty much tell, he's quite a bit larger than the app figures or Applimon figures that I've been reviewing, which has kind of been the tradition as they digivolve. They've been getting larger, but this is much more on the scale of quite a large figure, which is really nice. And all the figures, spoiler alert, for these forms I've actually been quite liking. They have quite a bit of articulation based on like the joints you build of them. You can get a pretty solid range of motion on the legs, some bending there. You definitely want to be careful. Some moving here. Moving on the arms, not really any movement on the waist because this is all one piece right here. I was going to show that. You can get some movement on the arms, the little joints here. You just kind of have to pay attention to where they are, and you can see the skeleton, I guess, would help. Same thing with the hands here, and the neck as well, but that will obviously sort of show itself if you don't have him looking down a little bit. So my main problem with these figures has always been I kind of hate that you can see the framework of it underneath, and that still stands, but it's bothering me less. And there's certain poses this is in when it really bothers me, when you can really see it open up. But otherwise, I think it looks pretty cool. You have these little weapon pieces here, which you can actually take off if you want to. They slide in here, and these little plastic pieces are part of the build. Same thing with these. You can actually remove these and not have them displayed if you want. It's just as simple as like taking these two pieces apart and putting them back together without this in it, and then this will actually go up flush against here, so it's not opened up. But I think it looks cooler with it. One nice thing with these is these little app link pieces actually look a little bit nicer because they're actually like a shiny silver paint instead of that boring gray, and they're also quite a bit smaller since it's not really relying on that gimmick I use in quotation marks because I never thought it was really that fun, but so they just kind of hide away, and you could easily not have them on there if you wanted to. And this one has a lot of stickers, which honestly I think the stickers bother me more than the skeleton, just because it's such an annoying process. Luckily I seem to have been able to get the eyes in there actually pretty decently, but those are like the biggest offender of being just awful when if you mess it up and it's off just by a little bit. And then all these little circle things pretty much everywhere are stickers, and those I've already had a couple of those fall off. That little piece just fell off. I don't know where it went now. This little piece here fell off at some point. It might even been gone since the beginning. But before I get to that, I'll cut away to be getting that back in a second. But like even just moving this guy around when I built him and set him down, these little pieces would frequently fall off. These are pretty easy to fall off as well. They fell off a couple times when I was putting the finishing touches on him, so it's kind of annoying, but he's overall fairly decent. Again, spoiler alert, out of the ones he's probably the least together looking, but I still think it's pretty decent, and it's kind of an impressive figure once you have it all built, which is nice. I just really wish they didn't have the stickers. Honestly, like I've mentioned in these reviews before, I would kind of just like figures that were just ready right out of the box, which would be nice. But you know, I don't mind building it. It's just mainly the stickers that really bother me. Because it's just such an annoyance. Not only just an annoyance when you're putting it together, but an annoyance in the future when, you know, you inevitably pull these out of storage or out of a display or something like that. You want to change your display up, and then you lose a sticker, you don't see where it went, and look at this lovely blurry view of his back because it just wants to look at that beautiful box. But yeah, it's just, that's kind of annoying stuff like that. I know it seems like his mold's a little bit floppy, but it's actually pretty solid. It's just he's a bit heavier because he's a bit taller, but I don't have so many problems with that as much as it may seem. Now let me just go real quickly get that little lost piece there, so he's not missing a little like bra piece. Bam, we got it back. It actually was missing since the beginning, and I didn't even notice it. I remember that one was actually a little bit more difficult to get on, like this this one than that one, so that's probably why I didn't secure it in the first place. But yeah, that's what it looks like with both little navigator nipples. But yeah, anyway, this is overall just a decent figure. Again, I have my problems with it. Like I said, mainly just the stickers really bother me, but it's actually still, once you get it built, like I said, an impressive figure, and I'm actually very impressed that this line is still going, given how early they kind of gave up on Cross Wars, which kind of now upsets me, because I wish they wouldn't have given up on Cross Wars figures. But yeah, so if you really like this form, I can recommend at least checking it out. They're not that expensive, and problems aside, they're still pretty decent-ish looking figures. But anyway, that's about it. Until next time, make sure to check out the Breezy Podcast at RangerFambles.com. If we're so for to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Dawson Ryder, signing out.